Welcome to another season of Karl on the Kayak. Sorry, I lost the top to my pump today, so I am sitting in a chair instead of a kayak, but the show must go on. As always, thanks to Dan the cameraman for filming. Dan, show yourself.
Hello, audience. Wearing the Red Sox hat, while Karl wears the UMass hat.
So, we've got a little different format this year. It's going to be less Celtics related and more life related. So I'm going to be talking about love, I'm talking about the meaning of life, talking about music, talking about anything basically the readers want to talk about. So without further ado, let's start these questions. Again, if you want to submit a question, either email me or tweet Karl on the Kayak on Twitter. It's a good site. So the first question is from my buddy Sal from New York City, Salvatore Russo. He asks, if Law & Order SVU goes off the air this season, how will you get your Mariska Hargitay fix? For those of you who don't know, Mariska Hargitay is my #1 dream girl of all time. Very close. Molly McGrath comes close, but nobody will ever touch Mariska. Just the way she delivers that character as Olivia Benson on Law & Order just makes my heart melt every time. Honestly, I'm following her on Twitter, and I feel like I get a more personal touch with her on Twitter, so I would just continue to do that. But Law & Order SVU will never go off the air, so my answer is I'll never have to, because Mariska will be doing this show until she's 78 years old. Second question is from Lily. She asks, how is your love life going? And you just had a birthday. What are some of your goals this year? Well, my love life is going well. I can't go into much detail there, but I'm very happy. And I've met someone that treats me very well and makes me happy.
And this is the year of love.
And this is the year of love. What are some of my goals this year? Career development. Looking to move up in my career. Lose 20 pounds. I've been talking about losing 20 pounds for decades now, but I'm actually going to do it. I'm still going to go to Duncan though, so I'm not going to cut that out. But eventually I'll lose 20 pounds, so my mom will stop giving me crap about it.
It amazes me for somebody that plays basketball as much as you do.
It's because I eat too many Cheetos and Nugget Donuts.
Yeah, that happens too.
Next question is from Dan Lamoth. He is one of my UMass buddies. He asks, please confirm your basketball alter ego, the Ginger Gunner, balled so hard Monday that his basketball shoes fell apart. So last Monday, I play basketball pretty much every day because I love the game. I'm addicted to it. Last Monday, my shoes literally broke apart. So my foot was, my sock was on the concrete the last game. So it was a sight to behold. I got new shoes today. Update. Went to Dick's Sporting Goods, bought some new Nikes. They're exactly the same as my last shoes. Why change it up if they're working, right? So yes, they did fall apart. Next question is from my booyah, Sarah Sheldon. She asks, we've been experiencing some intermittent nice weather recently. I am wondering when it's appropriate for women to start wearing sundresses. Immediately. I think girls in sundresses is just a beautiful sight to see. I think you need to do that starting now. And this is, she also asked from a guy's perspective. From a guy's perspective, do it immediately.
In the winter, actually. I mean, year-round is okay.
What do you think about that, actually?
I'd go with immediately. I mean, it is one of the pleasures of summer or spring when the weather gets nice. No doubt about it, especially in the D.C. area.
Mandolin Rain.
Oh, this is our song.
Yes, it is. It's my boo. The next question is from Adam De Cruz. If Tupac had his right hand tied behind his back, would Phil Collins stand a chance against whipping his gangsta ass? That's a great question. They would never fight. So I think Phil Collins and Tupac would be best friends if they ever met. They just have the same brilliance Same deep, meaning in their songs. So there would never be any fights. So there would never be anything to worry about in that respect. That's a great question. Next question is a sports-related one from Katie Cox. With Jabari Parker going to the NBA and the chances are decent with he gets on with the Celtics, what will it mean for the team? I would love Jabari on our team. I think, as much as I hate Duke, I'm a Tar Heel fan, I think he's the most ready player right now, ready to contribute immediately. I think he's got a little bit of Paul Pierce in him, which would be obviously great for us to get a building block there. So that would change the team drastically. People would want to come play with Jabari, Rondo and Jabari, and Jeff Green. That would be a nice little nucleus with Sullinger as well. Next question is from Ricky Bates, my director buddy in LA. He says, I hear a lot from you about stuff that is the best or the greatest of all time. I'd love for you to come up with a list of things that are just okay. It's true, I talk in a lot of hyperbole, but that's because if you're not living with passion, then why live? Liking things is not enough. You gotta love them. Things that are just okay. That's a tough question. Nothing, because I don't deal with okay. I deal with amazing, and if it's not amazing, then I don't deal with it. So that's the answer to that. There's not a list of okay things. Matthias asks, can flowers grow underwater? He actually asked me that this morning.
Why am I not surprised?
Yes, but only in the Potomac.
Radioactive flowers.
Yes, radioactive flowers. Last question is from Connor, bartender at Wilson Tavern. I'll be seeing him tonight. Should the Celtics retain their draft picks and rebuild, or take advantage of the stars this free agent season? Great question, Connor. Take their draft picks. I think unless you get Kevin Love and are able to keep Rondo, which is not going to happen, you gotta build for the future. So keep your draft picks. They got a ton of picks coming up. Keep your draft picks. Do not get enticed by all the big names there, because honestly, we're not going to be contending for a few years. We got to accept that, and we got to build. And so Dan, I got a question for you.
Shoot.
So, God, there's so many questions I want to ask you, Dan. What is the favorite? What is your favorite memory of our time as friends? Name a few.
So many good ones. All these times by the river, just hanging out, having some good conversations.
We've been having some deep
thoughts, deep conversations about life. Those are good. Karl came home with me once. We did the Ohio State-Michigan game, which was pretty entertaining.
He
and
brought me home before he brought a girl home.
It's amazing. And
romance.
Karl was amazed by how flat Ohio is.
Yes.
But he quickly learned that we know how to party. All of our times at Wilson Tavern and other places close to Karl's house, because he doesn't travel that far. So, as most of you may know, the bar is getting knocked down at the end of May, so we're a little bit sentimental. We have our names on the wall.
Still in denial.
Yeah, it's tough. More tough for him than it is for me, but we'll work it out. Karl's graduation from grad school, being there with his family, that was a pretty cool moment. I've gotten to know them over time.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
It's great having a best friend. What?
Taco Bell.
Oh. Another question I had, Dan just reminded me. What would you do if Taco Bell closed its doors forever?
Oh, man. Well, shortly you guys in the viewing public would be seeing Karl on the kayak live from Mexico, because that's where we'd have to go. That would be one of the saddest days of my life. For those of you that know me, know that I like to frequent the Bell.
Ooh, we got Mariah. That's true. Always be my baby. So that's how we're going to end it, with some Mariah. We're going to be doing this probably every couple weeks. Again, submit your questions to me directly, karl.dillinger@gmail.com.
Also, if you'd like to see a different format, we're open to suggestions this year.
Suggestions. Again, I'll be on the kayak next time. I lost it. It's a long story, but
we've come up with a system to make sure this doesn't happen again.
yes,
quality
I lose
control.
things a lot.
Yep.
All right, thank you for watching, and tune in next time.
Have a great weekend, viewing public.